Hi everyone, today we're going to read the story Miss Rumphius by Barbara Cooney. She is the author and the illustrator of this story, so that means she wrote it and she drew all of the pictures. This is the first book we're going to read for writing because we're going to start writing fiction stories, and we know that fiction means that it is not true. Okay, so this is Miss Rumphius. The Lupine lady lives in a small house overlooking the sea. In between the rocks around her house grow blue and purple and rose-colored flowers. The Lupine lady is little and old, but she has not always been that way. I know. She is my great aunt, and she told me so. Once upon a time, she was a little girl named Alice, who lived in a city by the sea. From the front stoop, she could see the wharves and the bristling masts of tall ships. Many years ago, her grandfather had come to America on a large sailing ship. Now he worked in the shop at the bottom of the house, making figureheads from the prows of ships, carving Indians out of wood to put in front of cigar stores. For Alice's grandfather was an artist. He painted pictures, too, of sailing ships and places across the sea. When he was very busy, Alice helped him put in the skies. In the evening, Alice sat on her grandfather's knee and listened to his stories of faraway places. When he had finished, Alice would say, "When I grow up, I too will go to faraway places. And when I grow old, I too will live by the sea." "That is all very well, little Alice," said her grandfather, "but there is a third thing you must do." "What is that?" asked Alice. "You must do something to make the world more beautiful," said her grandfather. "All right," said Alice, but she did not know what she could do. In the meantime, Alice got up and washed her face and ate porridge for breakfast. She went to school and came home and did her homework, and pretty soon she was grown up. Then my great aunt Alice set out to do the 3 things she had told her grandfather she was going to do. She left home and went to live in another city far from the sea and the salt air. There she worked in a library, dusting books and keeping them from getting all mixed up, and helping people find the ones they wanted. Some of the books told her about faraway places. People call her Miss Rumphius now. Sometimes she went to the conservatory in the middle of the park. When she stepped inside on a wintry day, the warm, moist air wrapped itself around her, and the sweet smell of jasmine filled her nose. "This is almost like a tropical isle," said Miss Rumphius, "but not quite." So I want you to think to yourself, what has happened in the story so far? Why don't you pause the video and think to yourself out loud about what happened so far in the story? All right, let's continue. So Miss Rumphius went to a real tropical island where people kept cockatoos and monkeys as pets. She walked on long beaches, picking up beautiful shells. One day she met Bapa Raja, king of a fishing village. "You must be tired," he said. "Come into my house and rest." So Miss Rumphius went in and met the Bapa Raja's wife. The Bapa Raja himself fetched a green coconut and cut a slice off the top so Miss Rumphius could drink the coconut water inside. Before she left, the Bapa Raja gave her a beautiful mother-of-pearl shell, on which he had painted a bird of paradise and the words, "You will always remain in my heart." "You will always remain in my heart, too," said Miss Rumphius. My great aunt, Miss Alice Rumphius, climbed tall mountains where the snow never melted. She went through jungles and across deserts. She saw lions playing and kangaroos jumping. And everywhere she made friends she would never forget. Finally, she came to the land of locust eaters, and there, getting off a camel, she hurt her back. What a foolish thing to do, said Miss Rumphius. Well, I have certainly seen faraway places. Maybe it is time to find my place by the sea. And it was, and she sure did. From the porch of her new house, Miss Rumphius watched the sun come up. She watched it cross the heavens and sparkle on the water. And she saw it set in glory in the evening. She started a little garden among the rocks that surrounded her house, and she planted a few flower seeds in the stony ground. Miss Rumphius was almost perfectly happy. But there is still one thing I have to do, she said. I have to do something to make the world more beautiful. But what? The world is already pretty nice, she thought, looking out over the ocean. All right, we're going to pause for today, but I would like you to take the time to summarize in your head what just happened in the story. So please pause the video and think of a quick summary in your head. All right, I have one more question for you. What was something interesting or unusual about Miss Rumphius? I'll say it one more time. What was something interesting or unusual about Miss Rumphius? Think that out loud. All right. So today for writing, we're going to start writing fiction stories. And we know that fiction means it's not true. Okay, so today on your own, I would like you to write or start writing a fiction story. Now remember, we want to write at least 10 sentences. You can always write more, but make sure that you have 10, okay? So that includes capital letters, periods, punctuation marks, okay? So today I want you to focus on 10 sentences. At the end of the week, I'll have your parents send me pictures of your work. So you don't have to do that today, but write down 10 sentences of a fiction story, okay? See you guys later.